Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Bick's Pops, and today we have some anime madness, guys. Crazy anime pickups that I've been going through. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 different animes, all that I'm a fan of. Really excited to get into some of these new releases, so to speak, over the past month or two. A little bit of SDCC as explained before, and yeah, really keen to get into this one, guys. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so the first pop that we have today is actually one that's sort of recent, not exactly like the past month or two. I did find this one in on the shelves basically as I was going through shopping the other day. Couldn't really pass it up as it was on sale, had to cop it. Here it is, we got from Warner Bros. 100th year anniversary, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? We have Blanche Hudson, the black and white chase. Feast your eyes on that puppy. There it is. Really cool. This one is a common box, so you can see some color. There's the two on the back. But yes, really cool. Another black and white chase to add to our collection. We still have our Shredder and some other... What other black and white ones do I have? Not too many. There is the Incredibles one I listed last video. Trying to get them, see what comes. I think they're coming out either Monday or today, maybe tomorrow. Be cool to find out. Stay tuned. But yes, otherwise we have Blanche Hudson here. Really, really cool. On sale. Chase on sale. Yeah, don't know how you can say no, so I didn't. Here it is. Go. Now, that's really the first one. Not really an anime, obviously. The rest is going to be anime. I just sort of grabbed this one yesterday, I believe. And yeah, had to show it in the video, so here we are. Now, we're going to move on to our first anime, which is the new Chainsaw Man line that came out. I decided not to get, the power and the Makima, even though I like the characters and everything, and sort of just stuck to the main two. And that's, of course, Pochita here. Really, really cool. I was thinking I might still get Aki. He's good because he's got a really cool fox hand signal, but otherwise I had to get Pochita. He's really, really popular. You can see on the back, that's the line. And he's sideways because he's a little bit... long, I suppose, where the chainsaw in his head would probably be almost sticking out of the box. So they've had him sideways here. There's Pochita. And then the next one is actually Chainsaw Man, or Denji fused with Pochita. And so I did have the common, and I've taken it out of box here. I thought I'd show you guys. Really, really cool. This one's also one of the ones that is sideways in a box as well, because he's a bit too long to go normal ways. But really cool. Got the tongue, the teeth, the chainsaw in both hands. Really cool. He's got obviously the pull cord to start it up and everything. But there is Chainsaw Man. And then, of course, he had a chase variant and we couldn't muck around. So we got it. We got Chainsaw Man Chase. It is a bloody chase, as you can see all the blood and everything on him. Show it sort of side by side here. You can see that there's blood on the chase and no blood. He's sort of clean on the common. So really cool to have a bloody chase. There's not too many of them anymore. And I think the only real bloody chase sticker was the leather face, which was really cool. I'd love to see that sort of come back. Not sure if that's because they want to keep it to horror only. Not sure. But bloody chase, Chainsaw Man, really cool. Really happy to have in my collection. And we'll move him to the side with Pochita. Alrighty, so that's all really I had for Chainsaw Man. But we do have a little bit of One Piece right now. This one is an import from Loot Cave. We have the Funko Shop edition Dracule Mihawk. You have seen this in a previous video. That's because I did have the SE, and it is the exact same mold, so I will show you here again. Really, really cool. Love the hat, big sword. But I did have to get the American version for our One Piece collection, which I still have to do a video on. It's increasing and growing every day, it feels like. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. But here's Mihawk. That's him out of box. Really, really cool. Mihawk. And now, the other one we have actually was a recent release from SDCC. And this one is sort of a rarer edition, mostly because there's not too many scented pops. This one, of course, is the Sugar from SDCC One Piece. I didn't get the con, just the shed for this one. Sugar's not exactly my favorite character or anything, so I wasn't too bothered, but figured I would throw it into my One Piece collection. Now it is scented. It's got like a sweet scent to it. Can't really put my finger on it, but sugar, you'd hope it's sweet and not sour. There she is. Cool. SDCC Summer 24, and we are done with One Piece. Now, 2 animes left. Some of the favorites. We'll start off with, we're going to start off with Jujutsu Kaisen and finish with Demon Slayer. So, with our JJK, there's a few that have come out recently. Some around the Graffiti battle, like Nobara, Itadori, Gojo, Megumi as well. There's also been a really cool new Deluxe, all these different things. So let's get into what we actually have. We will start off with that Deluxe that I mentioned. We have our awesome Satoru Gojo doing the Holo Purple. Really, really cool mold. This isn't the first Holo Purple, of course. We did have the smaller one from Chalice, where he's almost starting it off, the electricity. And then this one is where he's sort of let it all go as a massive power ball. Really, really cool. I love this one. I want to take it out of box, but I am in the midst of moving right now, so gonna have to pack it up and leave it in its box form for now, but it'll be really cool to get on display because it is such an awesome mold. I really, really like this one, and definitely wouldn't want to trade it or anything. This is mine forever, and anyone that knows about JJK knows that Satoru Gojo is one of the strongest. So really cool to have him. You got some other ones of the new line on the back as well. Quickly show you that. But here is Gojo doing Holo Purple with such an awesome design. You'd almost think it was like a Pop Plus or something, like, or even a Moment would be pretty cool. But yeah, otherwise, Gojo, he's my favorite. We'll move him to the side and get to the next one, which is Satoru Gojo. If you couldn't tell, he's one of my favorites. And this one was from, as Prime mentioned, the Graffiti battle. I'm not a massivest fan of this line, mostly because, like, none of it happened in the show, like, at all. This is really a crossover between this toy company, where they essentially all look like this, but, yeah, they're, like, figurines, not like pops, and, yeah, covered in graffiti is the idea. But they sort of translated these into the pops, and it's just Gojo, who's my favorite, so sort of had to cop it. But this isn't exactly my favorite. I do like the cool blue around, and, you know, he's smiling and happy and goofing off like he usually does. So fairly character accurate, but yeah, not at all in the manga story or anything that the creator had planned. This is sort of just a crossover series, so probably won't be crazy valuable or anything, but Gojo is Gojo, so had to cop it. And now, the final Gojo is, of course, from the SDCC, and this one is so cool. We have Gojo lifting up his mask, stepping on Jogo's little head down there. Let's see if you can see it. Try and get you a decent angle or something. But yes, very, very cool. Gojo and Jogo, which is pretty funny. But yes, we have the SDCC 24, just a normal line on the back, of course. But yes, I really, really like this one. One of my favorites. And yes, had to cop this one to keep my Gojo set complete. Really happy. Quickly show you one more time. Awesome. And the scene's actually pretty funny. If you guys haven't seen it, I believe it's episode 7. And yeah, near the end of the episode is where this moment actually happens. Now, last pop for the Jujutsu Kaisen that we have is another graffiti battle one. This one is Megumi Fushiguro, and this had a glow chase variant. Unfortunately, the comment is the exact same mold, so I really will just show you guys the glow chase here. And yeah, you can see the green paint similar to Gojo's. Let's get it out. Blue paint. And yeah, none of these really happened in the show, so it was a little bit weird to have a chase around something that wasn't even around the IP. So, a little weird, but I did have to get it so my Jujutsu Kaisen collection can stay minty. And I'm really happy with this. The glow is... it's okay. Like, you know, I'll get a picture up and you can see obviously the green paint and everything, which is what you'd sort of expect to glow. But, yeah, just sort of weird all in all to have a chase for this where it's not at all in part of the comics. But, yeah, really cool either way to have these two. Happy with them. Just wish that there was maybe something with from the actual show. But, can't complain. Chase, Gojo, cool. Now, that's our Jujutsu Kaisen. And now, lastly, for Demon Slayer, we have from SDCC Shinobu Kocho, the shared sticker. Really cool. This one is sort of debated. I don't even really know what scene this is from because it could be a few. Because it looks like she's running, right? She's foot forward and all that sort of stuff, and she very well could be. But I personally think it's from the scene in the Mount Natagumo arc where Tanjiro versus Rui. And Zenitsu was actually fighting the brother, and he got poisoned and was basically somewhat hallucinating and saw Shinobu float down like a butterfly, which sort of, is evident by her Haori looking with, almost 4 things coming out. It was actually a really cool scene, but that's my guess as to where this moment is from. And we won't muck around. The next one is the con exclusive. Had to keep it for my Demon Slayer. Thanks again, Loot Cave. And we have the con exclusive Shinobu Kocho. So just so you guys can see, that's the shared and that's the con. Everything else about them is exactly the same. It's just the sticker that changes that rarity. And yeah, really happy to have another con in my collection. I believe this is my first Demon Slayer con. There is another Spider Father coming for NYCC, which I'm going to try and get my hands on, but obviously being in Australia makes it a lot harder to get these con exclusives without paying like that bit of extra money on top for imports and all that sort of stuff. But I couldn't help myself with this one, had to do it, and I really appreciate Loot Cave for helping out. Shared, con, really happy guys. I can't believe that I have another con, and we have some really cool ones as well. Let's grab them out. Megumi, we'll get the Chainsaw Man as well. Gojo, yeah. Really, really cool. Really happy with these ones. Yeah, big day, anime day, and we have another video coming up. I'm going to give you a hint. Any of our Dragon Ball fans, you're going to like the next video, so stay tuned. But yes, here we go. JJK, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, One Piece. What else can you ask for, anime fans? This is Bick's Pops, and I'll catch you in the next one.